Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How about this wonderful, warm, sunshiny weather? Everyone looking at me like, okay. Let's all stand and sing a wonderful song. I was going to sing a different song, but this song called to me. So it's called This Little Light of Mine. Here we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. Oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, little light, say this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, oh, see, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, see, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All in my home, oh, all in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, see, all in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, oh, see, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. See, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. Let it shine, oh, let it shine. Let it shine, oh, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, yeah.
Reverend Andy Anderson shining this morning. Woo. You all look pretty shiny too. Good morning, good morning. Unity of Medford in partnership with Center for Spiritual Living Rogue Valley. I'm Kimberly Hawkins, the spiritual director here. As always, my pleasure to welcome you all, no matter where you may happen to be today on your own personal spiritual journey. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive faith community, and we teach tools to transform personal lives and help make a world that works for all. If you're here for the very first time, we'd love to give you a little love. Anybody first timers? Welcome, welcome. Glad you found your way to us. Vivian has a welcome packet for you if you didn't receive one, and a big welcome to everyone watching online as well. Let's see, we have a cast of characters to introduce today. Our practitioner, Morel Wyeth, will be on the pulpit doing our opening prayer and reading for us. Reverend Laura Stewart did our meditation this morning. She's sitting high watch, praying for the highest and best of everyone here and everyone watching online and everyone who will watch later on. If you have not already done so, please turn cell phones off or in airplane mode. And I think that's it for now. Yeah. I mean, Reverend Andy Anderson doing our music today. We're going to turn it back over to Andy for a moment to prepare us for the invocation and reading. Please hold your applause after this particular song because we'll go right into prayer.
Woke up this morning to the sunlight, knowing everything's all right. It's so beautiful. It's a brand new day. The day I step up, hold my head up, I choose to let my love light shine. It's so magnificent, sure enough, 'cause it's a brand new day. Never seen a day like this before, filled with harmony. I put yesterday behind me, 'cause it no longer serves me. Oh, and I fill my heart with love and joy. Let it be in me as me, like the sunshine through infinity. Oh, it speaks to the truth of me. I know I am, you are, we are all one with love, sure enough. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a brand new day. Oh, see, life keeps on giving in its own special way. It's magnificent, so beautiful. It's a brand new day. Look all around me and see the beauty that is to be. I put yesterday behind me, 'cause it no longer serves me. Oh, and I fill my heart with love and joy. Let it be in me as me, like the sunshine to infinity. Oh, it speaks to the truth of me. Like a brand new day. Oh, like a brand new day. It's never been before. Like a brand new day. This is a brand new day. It's never been before. All around me and see the beauty that is to be. I put yesterday behind me, for it no longer serves me. Oh, then I fill my heart with love and joy. Let it be and be as me, like the sunshine to infinity. It speaks to the truth of me. Like a brand new day, like a brand new day. This is a brand new day. It's never been before. Like a brand new day. Oh, like a brand new day. Like a brand new day. Oh, it's never been before. It's never been before, like a been before. It's never been before. It's never been before. It's never been before.
This is a brand new day. Today we see that this is the day that the Lord Spirit has made. All the creatures gather at its feet to gain sustenance for their lives. It gives freely from its great depth of love for us all. It is the way, the truth, and the life that everything dwells within. Everything dwells within and is sustained by and receives comfort from its love. It is truth, love, and all good things, as Ernest Holmes says. It is the all good. I know that I myself and everyone here is an integral piece of this oneness. We are all one. Let's stop and take a breath. And know that this is the truth for every one of us here, online, and throughout the world. We're here today to enjoy fellowship and listen to Reverend Kimberly's talk that flows from her deep roots within that great self. We enjoy the selfless service that the people have given to make this day joyful and overflowing. I'm grateful for every hand that makes this service happen. The people who light the candles, prepare the sanctuary, who bring food, who clean it when we're not here, the video crew and the musicians, the garden that surrounds this house of goodness and is carefully tended. I am grateful for the people listening in the sanctuary and online who absorb this message, each in their own way, and take it out and spread it in the world wherever they are, like the tiny mustard seed. How deeply grateful I am for all these blessings, and I now release this word into the law, knowing that it has been heard. And we say together, and so it is. Fabulous music. Today, I'm reading from the Unity magazine from July 17th, 2025, but it's good. Even though it's old. I practice understanding and find peace. Today, I will stop turning things over in my mind, trying to understand the whys and hows of what is before me. Good idea. Instead, I release all that troubles me and turn to God. Taking a step back and letting go of rumination brings me peace, even before I have the understanding I seek. I begin by realizing God is in the midst of it all, even circumstances that are messy and incomplete. I lean into my faith that all things are working for good, even if I cannot understand why things happen the way they do. Very good, very good. He's right. Even, you've got me all messed up here. Even if I cannot understand why things happen the way they do, you did that on purpose, I can claim a deeper understanding of the impermanence of the world and the changelessness of spirit. I trust divine order is assured in every moment and find myself relaxing as it unfolds. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. From Philippians 4:7, the daily word. Thank you.
The spirit when I'm connected to body and mind. See There's a higher power and a presence that connect me to infinite mind. I am renewed. It feels so good when I let it come shining through. I just release into the flow, just receiving, and I know I'm one with body and mind. Ooh, my body and mind. I'm connected to my body and mind. Ooh, there's only one connected to my body and my mind. Whenever you forget just who you are and the things that bring you joy, just go back and reconnect with the thing that does it best. It's infinite mind. See, there's a joy, a peace, a feeling of release in body and mind. So just relax into the flow, just receive, and then you know you're one with body and mind. Oh, body and mind. Oh, I'm talking about my body and mind. There's only one connected to my body and my mind. I said my body and mind. Oh, I said my body and mind. Oh, there's only one connected, my body and mind. Oh, there's only one, my body and mind. Ooh, ooh, my body and my mind, it's all connected. One thing here, and it's connected to my body and mind.
Reverend Andy Anderson. Yeah. I've entitled my message this morning, Building Bridges. So what's a bridge? It's a structure we build to, I want to say bridge, and I got to use another word there, to span an obstacle like a river or a chasm, right? To provide passage over that divide, to connect two things or two places. Yeah, we have all kinds of bridges, don't we? Martin Luther King Jr., Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., encouraged us to build bridges rather than walls. He spoke much about the importance of promoting unity, understanding, and love among people, overcoming division and fostering connections rather than creating barriers. So, you know, we often speak of, in fact, I mentioned this morning, that we're about transforming personal lives and helping to make a world that works for all. I'd like to present to you two different ways we can build bridges, each of us, to create more peace both personally and universally. Sound good? I think we all could use a little of that. So the very first bridge is one you've heard of, I'm sure, but we all do it successfully sometimes and not at other times. It's bridging that gap between our heads and our hearts. We speak about it as a simple, well, not simple maybe, but a very short 18-inch journey, right? But not always easy. You know, we live a lot in our culture from the neck up. We think, we analyze, we predict, we worry, blah, 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 right? And we need a brain, we need a body and a mind, right? We need heart and mind to function in this world. There's nothing wrong with that. But when the ego hijacks that brain and we live in fear and separation and needing to control, compete, etc., it is not a peaceful existence. I think you would all agree. But how do we do that? You know, how do we do that? How do we get from here down here where divine love resides, our connection resides to ourself, to our higher power, and to each other? You know, there are lots of ways, and I think we all know. Breath work is one I brought with me today. I don't know if Connie Miner is here. Is she here, Bill? Ah, she's here. Connie, do you remember when you gave me this? It's a little butterfly, and the sign that hangs off it says, "Just breathe." She gave it to me, if I remember right, during COVID, when we were all having a little trouble breathing. First of all, we were wearing masks, right? And we were kind of worried with good reason. If there's ever a good reason to worry, maybe not. And we were broadcasting from our office, like I showed in the slideshow last week, and wondering, you know, how long this was going to last and how we were going to have our community survive and all of us survive. And so Connie, I've left this on the rear view mirror of my car all this time, and we'll put it back there because what a beautiful reminder. So breathing is one way, stopping, you know, taking a breath. There's all kinds of breath work I think most of us are familiar with to help us stimulate that vagal nerve and move from the fight, flight, or freeze, you know, amygdala, reptilian brain, into the parasympathetic nervous system where we can be in rest and digest, relax, and just be present with the moment. So breath work is one way. Meditation, of course. Gratitude practices. Nothing better, right, than to really be grateful for what is, to look around, to express our gratitude. Forgiveness work, of course, is essential to our peace of mind and being here in the heart. Letting go. I love that expression. You know, holding on to resentment is like swallowing a bottle of poison and expecting the other person to die. Ain't gonna happen, right? We're the ones we're punishing. The Course in Miracles tells us that forgiveness is the key to happiness. It just is. There are other ways, I think, that we go from here to here. Artistic work, writing songs, I'm sure, Andy, singing, listening to music is a wonderful way to become heart-centered. Some of us do art, and even if we don't think we do it well, that can be a beautiful way of becoming heart-centered. Allowing our feelings to surface. I'm a journaler. I know not everyone is, but journaling kind of helps us. Doing morning pages, just free, what's it called? What's the word? Free association, but there's another word I'm looking for, but it's just stream of consciousness. Thank you, Rev Steph. Just stream of consciousness to just get in touch with what am I feeling? You know, what am I feeling in this moment? And then being able to release whatever may be in the way of peace. Connecting with nature, another one of my real favorites. Oh boy, nothing like it. Nothing like a walk in nature. You know, there's a cute story about an astrophysicist and a 6-year-old child who were watching the sunset together over the ocean one day. And the scientist was explaining atmospheric scattering and wavelengths and refractions, etc. And the child simply sat there and whispered, "Wow, it's so beautiful." Now, they're both right. There's nothing wrong, right? They're both right, but only one of them was filled with wonder and an open heart, and that, of course, was the child. So the mind sometimes wants to explain things, even explain beauty. The heart simply needs and wants to experience it. So that's the one, the number one, from heart, from head to heart, embracing both, but living from here. Oh, what a difference that can make. And you know, I think no one exemplified this more, any of these three bridges, than the master teacher Jesus. Didn't he always forgive? He always led with love and compassion, always. Beautiful example. Now, the second bridge I'm going to encourage us to undertake is bridging our perceived separation from the divine. Notice I say perceived. We can feel like we're alone, we can feel separate, we can feel disconnected, but the truth is we never are. In New Thought, we know this. We know that we're each unique incarnations of the one. We can't be separate. It's who we are. It's what we're here to express. I love Psalm 139, where the psalmist writes, "Where can I go from you, Spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you're there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I lift up my wings like those of an eagle and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there also shall thy hand lead me, thy right hand shall hold me." Isn't that beautiful? Trust would settle every problem now. Course in Miracles. Trust, faith, knowing all is well and all shall be well. There's a beautiful poem that I want to read. It was written by a Unity minister who is no longer on the planet named James Dillett Freeman. Many of you know him. He was prolific. He wrote poems. He taught, a beautiful, beautiful soul. And he wrote this particular piece by his own admission when he was in a dark place and having a really hard time himself. And he said that, you know, it's the piece that more people, he said, it's meant the most to most people. I wrote it in great anguish out of a deep personal need, and it has been printed many times, and people have written from all over the world to me about how much it's meant to them. This piece, called "I Am There," also went to the moon with astronaut Colonel James Irwin, who took it up aboard Apollo 15 and left a microfilm version of it on the moon. So Freeman is sometimes called the poet laureate of the moon. Two pieces of his, the Prayer of Protection, which I will read later, is also on the moon. So here it is, and I just encourage you, if you're comfortable, just close your eyes, and you may have heard this before, but just take it in. It's one of the most beautiful pieces I know. "I Am There" by James Dillett Freeman. Do you need me? I am there. You cannot see me, yet I am the light you see by. You cannot hear me, yet I speak through your voice. You cannot feel me, yet I am the power at work in your hands. I am at work though you do not understand my ways. I am at work though you do not recognize my works. I'm not strange visions, I'm not mysteries. Only in absolute stillness beyond self can you know me as I am, and then but as a feeling and a faith. Yet I am there, yet I hear, yet I answer. When you need me, I am there. Even if you deny me, I am there. Even when you feel most alone, I am there. Even in your fears, even in your pain, I am there. I am there when you pray and when you do not pray. I am in you and you are in me. Only in your mind can you feel separate from me, for only in your mind are the myths of yours and mine. Yet only with your mind can you know me and experience me. Empty your hearts of empty fears. When you get yourself out of the way, I am there. You can of yourself do nothing, but I can do all, and I am in all. Though you may not see the good, good is there, for I am there. I am there because I have to be, because I am. Only in me does the world have meaning. Only out of me does the world take form. Only because of me does the world move forward. I am the law on which the movement of the stars and the growth of living cells is founded. I am the love that is the law's fulfilling. I am assurance. I am peace. I am oneness. I am the law that you can live by, the love that you can cling to. I am your assurance, your peace. I am one with you. I am. Though you fail to find me, I do not fail you. Though your faith in me is unsure, my faith in you never wavers, because I know you, because I love you, beloved. I am there. Let's take a breath. Wow. Again, the Course in Miracles, those who offer peace to, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Wait a minute. I'm getting into the next one. Okay. So yes, number 2 was bridging that perceived separation from God. You know, another method for me, and I've talked about this before, chants. Like when we do a kirtan concert here, a lot of the chants are just repeating the name of God. And just repeating, or even journaling out the different names we can think of to describe the divine. It puts us in an ecstatic state, potentially, of just knowing Spirit's there. So we've got the bridge from head to heart. We've got the bridge across the illusion that we can ever be separate from our Creator. The third bridge, you may have guessed, and I think Andy did when he heard the talk title, is bridging the gap or the perceived separation from others, from othering, right? I think there's a beautiful story that I think illustrates how this bridge can happen even when we don't intend it, right? It's a story about 2 brothers who had lived for 40 years in farms next to each other, and for many, many years cooperated and shared things like farm machinery and labor and the goods without a hitch. But this long collaboration fell apart at one point. It began with a small misunderstanding, but it grew into major differences that exploded into an exchange of bitter words, followed by a long time of silence, weeks of not speaking with each other. One morning, there was a knock on the door of the elder brother. He opened it to find a man with a carpenter's toolbox. "I'm looking for a few days of work," he said. "Perhaps you'd have a few small jobs that I could do for you. Could I help you?" "Yes," said the elder brother. "I do have a job for you. Look across the creek there at that farm. That's my neighbor. In fact, it's my younger brother, and we do not get along. Last week, he dug a ditch wide enough to be a creek that separated our 2 farms, and I think he did it, yes, to water his crops, but also to annoy me. I want you to build something so that we don't have to stand and see each other's faces from across the divide." Now, I'm sure what he had in mind was some kind of fence, right? A wall. But here's what happened. Well, first of all, the carpenter said, "I think I understand the situation. I will be able to do a job that will please you." The elder brother had to go downtown for supplies, so he helped the carpenter gather materials that he needed, and he was off for the day. The carpenter worked really hard measuring and sawing and nailing. And at sunset, when the elder brother returned, the carpenter had finished his job. You may have guessed now. The elder brother's eyes opened wide and his jaw dropped. It was not what he had even thought of or imagined. It was a bridge stretching from one side of the creek to the other. It was beautiful, with handrails and carvings. And to his surprise, at that very moment, his younger brother from across the creek was coming across the bridge to meet him with a big smile and arms open wide. And the brother said, "You are really kind and humble, my brother. After all I've done and said to you, you've still shown that blood relations can never be broken. I'm truly sorry for my behavior," the younger brother said as he hugged his elder brother. They turned to see the carpenter hoist his toolbox on his shoulder. "No, wait," they said. "Stay a few days. I have a lot of other projects for you," said the elder brother. "I'd love to stay," the carpenter said, "but I have many other bridges to build." You know, I love that because just that first step, or so the younger brother thought, just that first step of reaching out was enough to melt the hearts of both of them and to bridge the divide. And isn't that the truth so many times? Somebody has to take that first step and forgive or be willing to overlook differences to be able to look for commonalities because they're always there. I've always thought we're more alike than different, no matter what our political views, our race, our sexual orientation, any of it. We're more alike than we are different, and we certainly all come from one source. Now I want to read you that line. Those who offer peace to everyone have found a home in heaven the world cannot destroy. A Course in Miracles. Seek not to change the world, the Course says. Choose instead to change your mind about the world or about another person. So it's interesting, when I came up with this idea for the talk, I realized that there is an example in my own life that really speaks to all three bridges: head to heart, me to God, and me to someone else in my life. So I'm going to share this with you. I've shared pieces of this story before, but I don't think I've ever shared the whole kit and caboodle like I'm about to do. Some of you know that the three of us, my brother and sister, were all sexually abused by my dad. Pretty brutally, I might add. And in our 30s, we recovered memories because, you know, when something really traumatic happens to us as young people, we typically repress the memories. But through therapy, all three of us began having memories. And a year after 5 years of therapy, I went back and confronted my dad, who said nothing. My mother was very sympathetic at the time, but eventually, understandably, supported him. You know, it was her husband. And so I spent 10 or 15 years, I think it was closer to 15, with no contact from my parents, none, which was painful, you know? So the first step is that head to heart. Through therapy and through just healing, I began to forgive. And I've shared this before, I was able to understand, not to condone his behavior, because it wasn't right, but to understand where he might have been coming from. He was somebody who was hurt in so many ways, abandoned by both parents, lost his brother in World War II. I've shared this before, a generation of men who weren't allowed to cry and process feelings, and he was a very highly functional, brilliant alcoholic. So once I began to understand him, I had compassion for him because I was healed, and I realized that I'm whole. That's the theme for this month, right? Wholeness no matter what. So moving from head to heart, I began to have peace of mind and was no longer troubled by what had happened when we were young. But if any of you have been distant from loved ones, like a parent, it's not fun. I still loved him, oddly enough. He's my dad, right? And there were things that he provided all of us that were wonderful, wonderful. He was a good dad in some ways, as odd as that may sound. So now comes the second piece, you know, this connection to God. This must have been about 20 years ago. I was meditating. And out of the blue, because that's the way divine guidance comes, right? Out of the blue came this phrase in French, n'importe quoi, je t'aime toujours, which means no matter what, I love you always. My dad was a Francophile. He was a French interpreter during the war. He loved French. I became a French major in college because of it all. And when I heard that phrase in my head, I went, ah. I took out a beautiful piece of stationery. This is the bridge building, right? A beautiful piece of stationery, and I just wrote that, n'importe quoi, je t'aime toujours, and I mailed it to him. A week or so later, it was almost Christmas Eve. I can't remember if it was Christmas Eve, but it was probably the week of Christmas. Now, mind you, I haven't heard him. I haven't written to him. I've nothing for 15 years. The phone rings, and a voice says, "Is this Kimberly Hawkins?" He had this deep broadcast voice, right? And I went, "Dad," you know? That was the first thing out of my head. It was just like, "Dad." Yes, you know, and he was basically calling to get my email, to make sure he had my correct email. But think about this, right? I made the first step. I bridged, first of all, I got the idea for that because I was connected, right? And I was guided. Then I made that first step. It doesn't have a happy ending in that when he wrote me, he said, "I assume from your note that you're willing to recant, that the abuse never happened." And I wrote back a beautiful letter and said, "No, Dad, my reality is that it happened. However, you're my dad, I still love you, and I'm wondering if we can't have a relationship and agree to disagree and just not revisit that. My mom never fessed up either, and I think for her, I have compassion because I think it was too painful to imagine that on her watch as a loving mother, all this was going on, right? So in the end, we did not continue to have a relationship until my dad died, and then I reached out and was able to connect with my mom. But the thing is, folks, I knew I had done everything I could. I still have that memory of hearing his voice and how much that made me happy. And I felt the peace of knowing I can't change him. I can change the way I look at the situation. I can't change him. So I'm just forever grateful about being able to make that journey from my head to my heart, about being able to receive the guidance from how brilliant was that? I never could have come up with that. And I'm glad that I was able to reach out and make that attempt. And you know what? Since he has passed, I have had connections with him through a medium. And he is extremely sorry that he missed out on all the years that my sister and I, could. But so it's all wonderful. And I like that too. NVC, nonviolent or compassionate communication, teaches us to express our needs and make requests of someone when we're trying to bridge the gap, but not to make a request, not a demand, and not to expect that the other person's necessarily going to agree, because we can't control them. So we let that go. Anyway, thank you for listening. I thought, wow, that's it, right? That's it. That's the whole process. So I want to conclude here with a few things, and then I want to read to you the prayer of protection from James Dillett Freeman. I believe you'll agree with me, our world does not need more walls, it does not need more fences, it needs more bridges. Bridges from fearful thinking to trusting hearts. Bridges from forgetting to remembering our inseparable union with God. Bridges from resentment to forgiveness, from judgment to compassion and understanding. The master builder, Jesus, has already shown the way of living from that heartful place of love. And I'm reminding us that just as a bridge is built plank by plank, our spiritual practices and our ability to be heart-centered, to be connected, and to reach out, it's done step by step, day by day with our spiritual practices. So the invitation is ours now to build bridges, to become bridge builders. Where in your life might a bridge be waiting to be built? Perhaps within yourself, that journey from head to heart, a bit of forgiveness. Perhaps it's with God. Perhaps it's with someone who may have come to mind as I've talked about forgiveness. This week, I'm inviting me and all of us to become spiritual engineers, lay one plank each day, one loving thought, one forgiving choice, one quiet moment of remembering. Because every bridge we build becomes a pathway upon which God can more fully express through each of us. And when enough of us become bridge builders, we discover there was never truly a river separating us at all, only the illusion that one existed. Let's go into prayer. One power, one presence, one life, one source, one creator. God, the Spirit Almighty, everywhere present. Whether we go to heaven, whether we make our bed in hell, whether we take the wings to the farthest reaches upon the ocean, I am there. God is there. We can't escape. Well, why would we? We are built of that divine cloth, each of us. Therefore, we are one with it. We are one with each other. That is the truth, the eternal truth, the inalterable truth. And so no matter what life looks like, no matter what trials we are brought so that we might learn lessons and deepen our faith and grow, God is always there to guide the way, always there to take our hand. If we got quiet enough and listen, so that we can indeed live from our hearts, live in connection, in close, conscious connection with our Creator, and be able to take the first step to cross that bridge to others who we may think are different, but how different are they really? In the words of James Dillett Freeman, the prayer of protection. I know that the light of God surrounds us all. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The Spirit of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well, and all shall be well. And so it is, my friends. Amen. So it is.
Every day I wake up to see nature's beauty looking at me. Oh, so beautiful, oh, so good to see that everything's right here for me. And I never worry, you know, I never fear. I just live in the moment, let it be. And when the darkest clouds that come my way, with a smile I get up, stand up and say, oh yeah, everything's all right. Everything's all right. There was a time when I forget to see it's only love that sets me free. My vision was blinded by things outside of me. Oh, it holds me back. It won't let me see that I'm wonderful, I'm perfect, I'm beautiful, and everything in life is right here for me. And when the darkest cloud that come my way, with a smile I get up, stand up and say, oh yeah, everything's all right. It's gonna be all right. Oh, don't look back at things what could have been. Oh, now is the time to let it shine, so look within. Just believe in yourself, for there's nothing else. And on that darkest day, in that darkest hour, just feel your power and that burning desire. Everything's all right. Oh, oh, said I know everything's all right. Everything's all right. Every day I know everything's all right, everything's all right. Oh, said I know everything's all right. Oh, every day I know everything's all right, 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 everything's all right. That's the truth.
Everything is all right, Reverend Andy.
Everything's all right.
Ain't that the truth? So, time now for our tithes and offerings. Thank you, Vivian and Joy, for being our ushers this morning. There are envelopes, if you need them for cash, behind the purple chairs. And if you're watching online, there should be a QR code coming up if you'd like to make a gift. We sure appreciate it. We appreciate all your support, your ongoing support. We are blessed in this community and prosperous, and it's because of your generosity. So let's say our affirmation together. Graciously I give from a place of love, knowing that as I give, so do I richly receive.
I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and declare and make it so with an open mind and a little bit of time. It serves my highest good, then it will be mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare that it's so with an open mind and a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare that it's so with an open mind and a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. Prosperity, it is mine. Total abundance, it is mine. Ain't that the truth? It is mine. Everyone say that with me. It is mine. Your health, it is mine. Money, it is mine. I love the sinner. It is mine.
Beautiful, Andy. I love your laugh, kiddo. So, some great news. I think I had this in the, maybe I didn't, I can't remember. Reverend Stephanie Clark passed her ordination panel this week. Stand up, Rev Steph. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
This was no surprise, but it is kind of a big deal. It is a really big deal in the life of ministers. So now we are planning an ordination ceremony, a very sacred and joyful ceremony for Friday evening, October 2nd. So please mark your calendars. It will happen here. And yeah, Steph, we're so proud of you.
Yes.
I have detailed results of our new building survey. We're in the newsletter this week, so if you haven't read that, please do. But I will tell you that 84% of respondents indicated they are in favor of our relocating. Less than 3% were opposed. A majority of folks indicated they would be willing to drive to Medford, Phoenix, or Talent, ranked in that order. Central Point and Ashland were a little less popular, but you know, marginally maybe 50%, but the favorites were Medford, Phoenix, Talent. And respondents shared many ideas that our board and new building committee will take into consideration as we move forward. So thank you to all who participated. That was wonderful. I think 76 of you answered that. Drumming circle is supposed to happen today, but I don't see Will Richardson. So drummers, are we gonna have drummer circle? No, okay, I guess not, okay. Our Gourmet for God committee is excited to launch several new events beginning today. DeLacy Patterson, where are you? Come on up, girl. Tell us what's going on. You saw a slideshow if you watched before service of some of the events we've had so far. For example, Kelly and Bruno's wonderful pasta dinner. And what's going on now, DeLacy?
So today,
I don't think it's... Hang on. Okay. Tom, is that mic working?
Is it working?
There.
Ooh.
There she goes.
Live in color. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so hello. We are launching 2 today. There'll be more launching later in the month, but we are actually have signups today for our luau. Who went to the luau last year? Yeah. Oh my gosh, was that a blast or what? So Sarah in the community has opened up her home, and we will be having that on Friday, August 7th at her home. And we're really excited because we're doing it as a Gourmet for God, so you guys don't even have to bring anything. Well, a swimsuit, towel, your body, all that stuff. But we're going to actually provide a beautiful Hawaiian meal for you, and it's going to be beautiful and fun, and hopefully my husband doesn't throw me in the pool again with all my clothes on. But anyway, that's beside the point. So anyway, we will have signups in there. And also, something really fun is we are launching a lunch with Reverend Kimberly. We're calling it Grace and Grub because, she likes to go by Grace because she's so amazing and beautiful and awesome and single, by the way. And anyway, so, but you can have lunch with her, and we're hoping to get like a lot. So she has agreed to pay for a meal with somebody, a really nice meal. You're gonna go out. You're gonna get together with her, and you're gonna choose where and when. So of course we don't have that figured out. That's all on y'all. And then you're gonna be able to spend some quality time with this beautiful woman, and it's just so exciting. She's gonna pay for it, and all the money comes back to the community. So that's how Gourmet for God works, right? Whoever's hosting it, so your goddesses are going to be hosting the luau, and so we're paying for all the food and all that. You're going to purchase tickets to come, and all that money comes back to the center. And we've had 3 events. We've raised over $1,700. I want you guys to give yourself a hand. I think that's pretty good. We're like collecting money and having fun at the same time. We got this. All right. Anyway, sign up after service.
Thank you to Lacey, and thank you, our Gourmet for Goddesses team. Lacey, it's my understanding the luau is just a set ticket price,
yes.
And the lunch with me is a bid.
Yeah.
You got to bid.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a silent auction, so that'll be fun. Let's see what else. Men's group does meet tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Now note, men's group has a slight change in their meeting times. Beginning in August, they're going to meet on the 1st and 3rd Mondays every month. That's going to be easy to remember, and that way it opens the space for 2nd and 4th Mondays to have something else. But men's group, 1st and 3rd Mondays. Tai Chi, poetry is spiritual practice, and makers meet this week at their regular times on Tuesday and Wednesday. The Rainbow Connection is also changing their timing a little bit so that more people can attend. Their meetings will be held on the 1st and 3rd Thursdays of each month at 6 o'clock here. And that group is open to LGBTQ community, IA, etc., or allies, or anybody who feels like they're different. And aren't we all different? We're all different. We're looking for volunteers still. There are opportunities for greeters and ushers, for the Sunday video team, and for sandwich makers on Wednesday mornings over at Presby, or in the kitchen to help. Did I already say kitchen? Yes, I did. So kitchen, please contact Terry. Terry, raise your hand. Corey Rennick in the back if you want to help out once a month on the video team. The sandwich makers, Nancy Clay, I'm not sure she's here. And ushers would be Joy, raising her hand in the back there. Okay, let's see. You can sign up for our weekly e-newsletter in Bosworth Hall on the table by the back door. You can also sign up for name tags. Please wear your name tags. A lot of you are. It's just a great way to make sure we know who everybody is. In case we forget, we don't have to be embarrassed and pretend like we remember. And there are prayer request forms in the back as well on a prayer box, so you can submit your prayer requests. So I think that's about it. And those go to Unity and to, Catherine. All right, you all know, right, that if you want to have food after service, we've been saying forever, there is a sign-up sheet there, and we really appreciate that. The food's been great. It's been great. And if some week we don't have it, well, we don't have it. That's kind of my take on it. If you want it, bring it. And if you don't, it's all right. Yeah. It's all perfect. Was that hysterical what happened when she's reading about everything's all right and we had that weird thing happen? I wondered too. I wondered too. Okay, I'm going to invite our ministers and practitioners in the room to please come forward. Remember, they are available for prayer, for treatment. Right after service, you can go in my office, in the living room. Don't leave here with a heavy heart. Make that connection, bridge that gap so you know all is well. And I'm going to invite us to stand, if you're able, for our closing song.